If you are an unawakened person, there is some things you do not know. There's a language you cannot speak and understand. There's a certain frequency you're not tapped in. And so you become a target for highly toxic and manipulative individual. In this case, let us talk about the narcissist. Did you guys actually know that the first thing the narcissist does when they run into you, wherever you guys are, and they meet you somewhere, the first thing what they do, they are going to what do they call it? They are going to test the waters a little bit. They're going to test the waters. So there may be some things they're asking you. They might ask you your favorite food. They might ask you your previous relationship. They might ask you this. They might ask you this. And they are going to figure out where you are energetically. Now, what the narcissist really is looking for, they are looking for a person that is not aware about narcissism. And even if that narcissist is not aware, they're not self-aware. They are not self-aware that they are narcissists, but they're aware of their disorder and personality. So there's the things, the way they've been moving and doing things, they know that is very dysfunctional and destructive because they've already seen this thing manifest in so many previous relationships. So when they come around you now, they are interested to know if they started something with you, is it going to be easy for you to catch up? Will you figure it out? Will you know what it is? They are very much interested. They need to know this. Should they figure this thing out, let me promise you, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to swing in. Now, when they're testing the waters, like I said, they want to, because you see, when a narcissist is choosing their next victim, so they're choosing, basically, they're looking for simply the next sleep empath, the next person that is sleep. They don't know anything about what is going on. They are like, they are like dummies. They are moving up and down. They don't know anything. And they're good people. It's not because they're bad people. No, they're good people. They're nice, easy, soft-hearted, warm, empathic people because, those are some of the qualities that narcissists prefer when they're looking for long-term relationships and dates. So they're going to come in and they're going to now start checking everything. Okay, they will fact check everything a little bit. Okay, what does this person think? Your level of knowledge, your emotional intelligence, they're going to start checking everything. And should they figure out that you are simply a person who is out there, you don't even know what you want, you don't even know your self-worth, you don't know how to love yourself, you are probably a person who has already been wounded. Maybe you may be talking about, you had this ex woman that you used to date, and there's some things that she did and stuff like that, the way they behaved, or sometimes you're talking about these things like. So the narcissist is looking for a wound. Because narcissists are damaged people. When they want to get into friendships or relationships, they're usually looking for a wound. They need some opening. There's somewhere they need to come in, because the moment they start realizing that this person is broken, so you're complaining about your ex-partner who cheated on you, you caught them in the bed and stuff like that, you caught the messages and things like that. That is a wound. So they are going to notice, they are going to figure out that wound very quickly. And that is when they will know that this is possible. Like, it's going to be possible to use this wound to come in. Let's say, for example, you was previously in a relationship and maybe you was abandoned. The man ran off. Probably you was with another narcissist, and the guy ran off with different women. And they left you alone. You're a single mother, and the man is out there marrying different women, and they're in different relationships. So there's a wound there, okay? You're a single mother who is hustling, taking care of your children. So the narcissist will now come in, and they'll be like, oh, this is actually going to be an easy subject. Because they're like, Number one, they know that you've already been hurt by that ex. And you're out there struggling on your own with the kids. And that's when they are going to come in and they're going to promise you heaven and earth. Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of the kids. I will do this and I will do that. So they want to come into your life. They're like the lifesavers. Now, there's no problem with dating a single mom or a single dad. It's okay. But normally what should really happen is that whoever single the person is, they should have taken some time to get over the previous relationship. They have gotten over their ex and they have healed from that relationship. So you shouldn't be in that energy whereby you're still broken and hurting. Why that person did this, why they did this, why they did this, and why they did that. Now, instead of healing, you're only focused on what they did and what they didn't do. So you have not actually taken time to heal. You're still suffering from those wounds that have been caused. Sometimes it can be a different wound, maybe from your family, the way your father treated you and stuff like that. So these narcissists, like I've said, they are broken people. And they need somebody that is nice and empathic. They are good souls, okay? They are, they are kind and, good energy and stuff like that. But at the same time, they have got a wound. So that's when now the narcissists are going to usually come in as good Samaritans. So they're going to promise you that they're going to fix everything. Don't worry about it. This is going to be okay. We shall fix this. We shall fix that. So they're going to promise you all these things. The things that don't even exist. So that is when you're going to know that you are most likely. So you have seen these people who have been, for example, you have spent years, so many years with a narcissist, and you cannot understand how did you end up with this person. It doesn't even make any sense. How did you spend 10 years? How did you spend 20 years with a narcissist? How did this thing take too long to understand? That is because you was the unawakened person. So when a narcissist moves on from one subject to another one, they are simply moving on to one victim to the next broken victim. So the next broken person, the one who is not aware, the one who is green, the one who doesn't know anything about abuse and emotional abuse and stuff like that. They are simply moving on to the next victim. They are not really moving on to somebody else that is better than you. Okay? So that's what a lot of things people don't understand when it comes to this thing of narcissistic abuse. People think that the narcissist is just simply leaving you behind and moving on to somebody who is better than you. No, the person that is moved, the next victim, this is simply the next victim. They are not better than you in any way. They are simply the next sleep empaths. So that is exactly what happens in this situation. And it is why you fell for that trick. So you didn't know this person in the beginning. You didn't even know what you was dealing with. But the moment you started mentioning those things of your past, and sometimes you cry, sometimes when you're discussing these things of what happened to you in the past, and sometimes let's say you get very emotional and this, how could they do this? And so the narcissist is now sympathizing with you. They are playing this fake sympathy. They're like, oh, how could somebody do this and how could somebody do that? That is not fair and this and this. So that's why I'm going to think that, eventually, finally somebody understands. So if you're a person who is a very good soul, beautiful empath, that's when you get very emotional. And the moment you get emotional, you're already feeding the narcissist because you guys know that these things is supply. So they like to hear those stories of broken people who are crying over things that happened in the past and stuff like that. So that's why the whole thing starts to get very tricky. And is the wound that they're going to use to come in. Okay? So basically, for a person that is unawakened, it is almost impossible to avoid narcissists because you're not awakened, so you don't know who they are. You don't know anything about energy. You don't know anything about toxic people. You don't know anything about abuse. So you're simply the unawakened one and the green one who doesn't know anything. And the narcissist is also looking for the easy target. So it's going to be very easy for them to come in because you don't know anything about what is going on. That is how they came into your life. They simply came in because you was the next unawakened empath. It was too easy for them. There was a wound they used to come in. The doors was open. Why was the doors open? Because you haven't yet healed from your previous relationship. You never took the time to heal and work on yourself. You have just carried on this wound and you never took time to sit down and heal this wound. That's the one they used to come into your life. I'm very sure that many of you guys resonate with this video. The ones of you who know anything about narcissistic abuse, let us know if that thing resonates, if you understand what I'm talking about, in the comment section below. You guys do know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.